Okay. See here in this next design factor, the number of passenger lift and their capacities. The number of lift and their capacity, which is load and speed, required for a given building depend upon the characteristic of building. What do you mean by this characteristic of a building? Residential, commercial, okay, hospital, like that. One and second one is how many floors are there, how much space is there. That is the characteristics of the building. The most important of these are the number of floors to be served by the lift, floor to floor distance, very important, population of each floor to be served, population, okay, very important, maximum peak demand. Okay, maximum peak demand, this demand may be unidirectional, means only one side getting inside, okay, as in up or as in down peak periods, or two-way traffic movement, both way it is possible. Okay, these are the design consideration. A lift installation for office building is normally designed to populate the building at a given rate. It's designed for a given rate of speed, and three main factors to be considered. What are those three considered? The population or number of people. Who requires lift service? Very important. How many people are using the lift? Okay. Now, handling capacity of the maximum flow rate required by these people, handling capacity H, this has to be defined. Handling capacity is generally in terms of a percentage. Handling capacity of the maximum flow rate required by these people. Okay. Interval or quality of service required. Interval or quality is generally mentioned in time or seconds. Okay, how speed, how fast it is carrying the persons, and what is that, taking out. Population. What do you mean by this population? The first point to be ascertained from the eventual occupier is the total building population. Okay, so very important term. What is the total population, under which how many people are going to use, and under which what is the peak period, peak population. Okay, whether this is likely to increase in future, that is future demand is also kept. If a definite population figure is unobtainable, an assessment should be made from the net area. If the population count is not possible, we can go for area. So then we have a standard tables, for this much area you require so many people, okay, like that. Probable population density. These are the terms used to determine the population count. Average population density can vary from about one person per 4 square meter to one person per 20 square meter. So these are the standard requirement. In heavily dense populated area, 4 meter square per one person. For loosely dense or the some big what is that, small cities, you require 20 square meter. Okay. Quantity of service means how much number it is carrying. Okay, the quantity of service is a measure of the passenger, it is the measure of the passenger handling capacity, how many it is carrying of a vertical transport system, for a vertical transport system. Okay, it is measured in terms of the total number of passengers. It is measured in what? Total number of passengers handled during each 5-minute peak period of the day. Very important term. This is very important. Each 5-minute peak period, how many it is carrying. Okay. So the 5-minute base period is used as this is the most practical time over which the traffic can be averaged. Means what? For every 5 minutes the lift for one person can use. Okay, means at one time for one sum of the people to move in and move out to the required place, general time is 5 minutes. So that is why in the peak period 5 minutes is taken as the base. In that 5 minutes how many passengers are transported, so that will give you the quantity of service. Very important. Okay. The recommended passenger handling capacity for various buildings is as follow. What is the standards? We'll see here. So for the office, 10 to 15%. So that is why I have told handling capacity is already always mentioned in percentage. Okay. So building office single tenant 15 to 25% it will take. Residential building 7.5%. So these are the standard handling capacity. So if it is in this range, then your design is okay. Okay, so quality of service. So how you can understand quality? It is in good condition, no? How much time required to transport from one floor to another floor, like that. So excellent means very less time, 20 to 25 seconds. Good means 30 to 35 seconds. Similarly fair, 30 40 30 to 40 seconds. Poor, 45 seconds. Unsatisfactory means 45 seconds. Okay, so for residential buildings longer intervals should be permissible. That is understandable, no? These are for industrial commercial purpose. So this is the quality aspect data. This is the quality aspect data. So H will come in quantity parameter. So this is generally we call it as RTT time. Okay, time for waiting time. Okay, is the time. Okay, quality of service. So generally the quality of service on the other hand is generally measured by the passenger waiting time. It's all is what? Waiting time for various flows. These are the waiting times. Okay, the following shall be guiding factor. Okay, traffic peaks. What are these factor? The maximum traffic flow during the peak period is usually used as a measure of the vertical transportation requirement in office building. Very, very important. Morning hours 9 to 10 may be the peak period for the operation of the lift. Okay, traffic peaks. The employees of all offices are subject to discipline and are required to be at their place in time. Very, very. Suppose if you are doing in a company, so for all employees the timing is fixed. That is why it is called as subjected to discipline and required to be there at place in time, correct time. 10 o'clock means 10 o'clock. Consequently, the incoming traffic flow is extremely high and the arrival time is over a short period between 9:45 to 10. Very large number of people will get into the office. That is why incoming traffic is very high. Capacity. What do you mean by this capacity? The minimum size of the car. The minimum size of the car recommended for a single purpose building is one suitable for duty load of 884 kg. Okay, for single person 884 kg. For large office buildings, general car capacity is more than 2000 kg. So standard conditions capacity is in terms of weights. Okay. So speed. So if you can see this line, okay, speed. It is dependent upon the quantity of service required and the quality of service desired. Okay, so what you can understand, there is no set formula for indicating the speed can be given. However, the following general recommendations are met. Okay, speed should be generally 0.5 to 0.75 meter per second. Movement of the cab, it is all movement of the cab. So for 4 to 5 floors. For number of floors are increased, so movement is also a little bit slower. That means the speed is also high. Okay, movement is also very, very fast. Sorry. Of more than 20 floors, so speed will be almost 2.5 meter per second. Layout, very important term. The shape and size of the passenger lift car bears a distinct relation to its efficiency. Where the doors are located, where the total lift is located, that is very, very important. Layout of the lift assembly, very important. Size and the shape of lift car, very important in efficiency as a medium of traffic handling. If it is situated in the center of the building, very well and good. If it is situated somewhere in the corner, then it's not a good practice. Okay. A study of the most suitable proportion for these lifts reveal that the width of the lift well entrance is in reality the basic element in determination of the best proportion. That means this width of lift well entrance. Width of lift well entrance is very, very important parameter. Okay. In other words, the width of the car is determined by the width of entrance, obviously. So width of car is generally lesser than entrance width. The depth of the car is regulated by loading per square meter, permissible loading per square meter. How much area is there? So total loading coming on that area. Center opening doors are most practicable. Okay, it is very important. Efficient entrance units for passenger lift. Okay, so central doors are most practicable and efficient. Okay, central opening doors. So here what is this quiet operation of lift means what? Every precaution should be taken with passenger lift to ensure quiet operation of the lift doors and machinery means what? Smooth movement and smooth closing and opening. The insulating of the lift machine and any motor generator from the floor by rubber cushions or by precast concrete slab with rubber cushion. What do you mean by this one? During the movement of the lift, during the movement of the cab, all the assemblies should be provided with a rubber cushion such that any sound is produced, it should be absorbed. Otherwise, it will create a disturbance to the users. That is why we are telling that quiet operation of the lift, very very important. It should not make any noise or it should not transmit any noise. To avoid that transmission, so we are providing rubber cushions. Okay, positioning of lift, where you should position. Okay, a thorough investigation should be made for assessing the most suitable position for the lift, where exactly the total lift should come while planning the building. Okay, it should take into account future expansion also. Keeping in the future expansion of the building or apartment, the positioning of the lift in the initial shade should be manufactured.